Right now at 6, new school year, new cell phone policy.
We stand behind distraction-free classrooms.
While classrooms in the Evergreen School District sit empty.
This is our first strike in 57 years. We didn't take this lightly.
Plus, flames, smoke, and a race against time as firefighters rush to save a man who's unconscious.
It was dark and smoky, and because I couldn't see, I'm using mostly touch to feel my way around the room.
And later,
and I'm excited to start building this franchise from ground up.
Meet the new general manager. Hear her plans to shape the future of the Portland Fire.
I'm feeling happy today.
I was kind of not ready, and now I'm ready.
Good evening, everyone. We begin with a mix of nerves and excitement on what for many kids and teens across the Portland Metro was the first day of a brand new school year. Thank you for joining us. I'm Christine Padawanich.
And I'm David Molko. Thousands of students in our region returned to the classrooms today, with most everyone else headed back over the next couple of weeks.
We have live team coverage with Celine Stevens on the delayed start to school in one major district. But first, let's get to our Evan Watson with a look at some of the challenges teachers and students will be facing this year. Evan.
Christine, for Portland Public Schools, this is a school year with big questions and big expectations. Superintendent Kimberly Armstrong saying she's excited to see students grow without cell phones anywhere in sight, but also concerned about declining enrollment. Armstrong also gave a long-awaited update on the Center for Black Student Excellence. It's the first morning walk of the year for students at Chapman Elementary. Parents sharing in those nerves.
More so on our side than his side, yeah, for sure.
My wife, she gets a little teary-eyed, and I'm anxious to get things started.
An important start for Portland Public Schools and its superintendent. Joining students in a name game at Tubman Middle School.
What high school are you going to next? Grand High School. Okay, who else?
This is the first year that all of Portland Public Schools will adopt a district-wide cell phone policy, requiring students to keep their phones off and away all day, including lunch and passing periods.
We realize that there's some things we're going to have to problem solve, but we stand behind distraction-free classrooms and are really excited to see how that results in increased learning this academic year.
Superintendent Armstrong says the district hopes to close on a building for the Center for Black Student Excellence by December, more than 5 years after voters approved funding.
If all goes well, I'm hoping that we're doing some ribbon cutting this time next year.
At Tubman Middle School on Tuesday, 8th graders showed 6th graders the ropes.
Our group is really good and I have energy, and I think this is really fun. I'm having fun.
The other students can look up to them while they're in school.
A noisy lunchroom, a welcome sign for school administrators who are worried about declining enrollment trends. Portland State researchers say fewer young children are enrolling in PPS, the birth rate is declining, and the district is projected to lose about 9% of its students by 2030.
We absolutely have to address some of our enrollment woes in making sure that we're properly balanced across Portland Public Schools. That is a high priority.
Armstrong says that could mean shifting staff members from one school to another to find the right balance, all while the district looks to modernize 3 high schools with falling enrollments.
We want all of our students to be in the best learning environment possible. We want all of our staff to have the conditions that support high quality teaching and learning, and we're going to do whatever it takes to make that happen.
Armstrong highlighted some encouraging signs, like at Tubman Middle School, one of the schools she visited today. Tubman saw growing enrollment and improved test scores last year. It will take a few weeks before PPS has updated enrollment numbers to help inform big decisions on school futures.
Yeah, a big year ahead on many fronts. Evan Watson reporting. Thank you, Evan. Well, outside Bethany Elementary in the Beaverton School District, dozens of kids lined up with their parents this morning as they waited for the doors to open. You can see them right there. While many kids are excited to return to class, teachers have been prepping for weeks.
And they have some big priorities. Broadly speaking, school districts across our region are trying to address chronic absenteeism and low reading scores.
We have high expectations, but students amaze me every year. They are just ready to learn. They're so capable. They're always just happy to be here and excited to be involved in the class.
Beaverton welcome back most elementary kids 6th and 9th grade today. The rest will return tomorrow.
Today was supposed to be the first day of school in the Evergreen School District, but instead, over 1,000 staff were on strike as negotiations continue over a new contract.
Let's bring in Celine Stevens live at the district office where a school board meeting is now underway. Celine, what's the latest?
David, well, district employees have been inside the school board meeting for the last 30 minutes or so, making their demands known to the board. Now, it's important to remember this is not a teacher's strike, but a classified school workers strike. So that includes bus drivers, custodians, and paraeducators. Now, members of the Evergreen chapter of Public School Employees of Washington, also known as Evergreen PSC, went on strike today on what was originally supposed to be the first day of school. Members citing things like low pay, operating schedules, and unpaid working hours. While the district says the union did not make themselves available to bargain earlier today and that they're ready to keep bargaining in good faith, the union says they did inform them their lead negotiator was unavailable ahead of time and did not receive a follow-up from the district. Here's what the union told me they hope to accomplish during this meeting.
The board of directors has the ultimate say on how their negotiators negotiate with us, and we're hoping that they can have some talks with their lead negotiator and ask her to treat us with more respect and dignity. We would like to be in school too. We've been negotiating since March. If the district had wanted to get this deal done, they would have gotten it done.
Kids are now set to return to school on September 2nd. Workers are asking families to be patient and emphasize that they'd rather be in the classrooms with the kids than on the picket lines, but they also said that this is for everyone's well-being and safety. Back to you.
Celine Stevens in Clark County. Appreciate the update, Celine. In your headlines this evening, 3 people are now in custody in connection with a downtown Portland stabbing. This was Monday evening around 5 right outside the Central Library. Police say the 44-year-old victim had just left the library when he tried to break up some kind of disturbance. That's when another man stabbed him multiple times and 2 others beat him with skateboards. The victim was hospitalized, though is expected to survive. Officers tracked the suspects to Holiday Park and arrested them on assault and weapons charges. This attack, by the way, came just a few weeks after a man was shot dead just across from the library, which has since boosted security and made other changes. Now, it's not clear if any of the suspects had been inside the library, though in a statement, managers say they are now considering installing weapons detection systems, including metal detectors, wands, and doing bag checks.
The city of Portland is launching a national search for its first long-term city administrator. Current administrator Mike Jordan oversaw the city's transition to a new form of government, but now plans to retire. The mayor will choose the new administrator, who then must be confirmed by the city council. In 2022, voters approved an overhaul to the city government. Now, an expanded city council sets policy, and the mayor runs day-to-day operations with the help of a city administrator. Candidates should apply by September 25th.
And the owner of the now shuttered West Coast Game Park Safari in Bandon has now been indicted on more than 300 counts of animal neglect. Brian Tenney came under investigation earlier this year. When state police served search warrants at the property, police say they found meth, cocaine, and dozens of firearms and seized more than 300 animals, moving them to sanctuary and rescue facilities. The Coos County Sheriff's Office says Tenney has now posted bail.